Most of you noticed that last week Mark had a sermon about time. This week Mark had a sermon about being a mighty man for God. I'm here to propose a challenge to all of us. We're starting a new year, time for resolutions. This is a good time to get things rolling. Most of us in America, well, let me back up. I was required to go to a organizational seminar for some reason. I was the only one in my company required to go. But one of the things they talked about was time wasters. You know what we have in America? We have this little box in our house that is a time sucker. That thing is called a TV. What we're doing today is rolling out something new called Cut the Cord. Now, you know, I don't know if you guys have noticed, but once you sit down on that couch in front of that TV, there's Velcro that's there, and you can't get up. Here's what I'm asking everybody to do. Turn that TV off one day a week. Turn it off, pretend like it doesn't exist. If you look around us, let's say there's 200 of us today, I don't know how many there is, but that's 200 people, okay? Now, I'm not just asking you to turn that TV off, because that really doesn't gain us much. I'm telling you to turn that TV off, take that time that you've already proposed that you're going to waste, truly, by sitting in front of that box and spend it for God. I want you to look around, see who isn't here. Think about the people who need our help, who need our encouragement. We have a lot of people who struggle with health. We have a lot of people who struggle just making it in this congregation because of physical problems. You know, things are going on in their life that need encouragement, that need a visit, that need a card, that need a note. If you're living, if you're breathing in this congregation right now today, which you are because you're here, you have the ability, you have the technology to do something about it. You can write a note. You can make a phone call. You can send an email. You can send a text. We have all these things at our disposal, and I'm asking you to do that. Turn off the TV and do something good that's going to help this congregation. If each of us does that, something's going to happen. Not only am I asking you to do that with people in this congregation, if you can't think of someone to talk to that needs encouragement in this congregation, what about your neighbor? You know, tell them what's happening in their life. Tell them how much of a blessing it is that you're a Christian. How much your life is better because of what you have. Now, there's a couple things that we have in this congregation that's already together. We have the website. On this website, within a short period of time, is going to be something about this. But we also have a Facebook page, okay, that only people in this congregation can see. Now, I know a lot of people don't understand technology. That's me. I'm not on Facebook. I'm only on Facebook through my wife, who is actually on Facebook. Here's what I'm saying. Not only do I want us to do these things, but you know, we have this idea, if we tell somebody that we did something good, we're tooting our own horn. You know, Hebrews chapter 10, verse 24, a verse that we don't often quote, but we talked about the one right behind that, says, let us consider how to stimulate one another to love and good deeds. How many of y'all been to a gathering and one person gets up and leaves? What happens? A whole bunch of people get up and leave, don't they? You know, when somebody smiles, somebody else smiles. When somebody gets up and leaves, somebody else gets up and leaves. When you do something good and you let other people know, that is stimulating one another to love and good deeds. Don't hold it in. Share what you're doing, not because you're proud of what you're doing, but because we all need to know what we're doing so that we can encourage one another. You know, when we know that everybody else is doing something, it kind of makes you the odd man out if you're not. I just really wanted to encourage you guys to do this. Get on board. I'm going to be asking you, are you watching TV? Did you cut your cord? So when I ask you, know what I'm talking about. And just remember, if you're not on Facebook, that's not for everybody. If you are, that's a good place to go with that information. If you don't understand that, there's a lot of people here that do. My wife, I know other people are on there, Jenna Foltz, Jareth. There's a lot of people that's on there that can help you with that if that's something that you want. I'm just saying, encourage others to help. You do what you can, and let's take off that time waster. Thanks.